Hi, I'm Teresa Moore, and I am broadcasting in San Francisco in a new webcast home that we're setting up. Robert and I are here, and we're teaching people how to host our webcast series in their home and learning how to make income and gain some great tax benefits. And today I have my support staff in the Laurel Canyon home in Studio City, Carol and Joy. Hi, Carol and Joy. What wonderful names. Carol is really my left and right hand. She keeps me grounded, stable, and really challenges me, and I don't say that in a derogatory way, but challenges me to keep it in a structure and in an environment that not only we have a great time, but we project a professional image, and that's her background. I also have Joy because Joy is someone that I have been entertaining and working with our properties, and we're looking at doing some property exchanges. Additionally, I am in discussions, a collaboration on Joy creating a series on healing homes with me. Now, today's content is we're going to introduce the decision I made to use Guest to Guest. It's a home exchange program that has 400,000 homes around the world in their network. And we're going to start to answer some of the questions that you could have as I train Carol and Joy on why Guest to Guest, what's the benefit, why are we going to do it, and can we really make any money at it? This is about trading homes for rooms. Where's the money part? So spend 10 minutes with us as we start to explore, share, and introduce our new Guest to Guest home exchange as part of the More Wealth Network broadcast series. Robert and I have been doing for the last 25 years as we have been broadcasting live, interactive into homes around the world. And I've done it as a private program where nobody could come in unless I personally invited them. So it was a very small environment that we created, an exchange of information, learning process, and I actually had a power team of people that invested in real estate together. So today I'm going to share with Carol and Joy and have them ask me questions, because their questions are going to help you get some answers on, should I look any further into this, and can there be some benefits? So Guest to Guest is I use the expression for them, it's like Costco. It's a membership program, but instead of paying a cash fee to be able to buy from them, you put your home into it. They put a value on what your home exchange is, and then they allow you to trade with each other's around the world. 400,000 homes around the world can exchange their homes. It doesn't have to be a direct exchange. They issue you credits, and then you can use those credits to stay at somebody else's property and vice versa. So there's several versions to it, but we're going to actually use it to host our programs and our Healing Homes program in homes around the world through Guest to Guest. And for those of you that work as a W-2 wage earner, you're going to have to take a vacation in order to take time off. But because we call it edu vacation, it's a tax expense, a tax deduction from your W-2 wages. Additionally, if you're a part of the broadcast and you host, there's the IRS created some new laws in 2018, and that is a entertainment, education, film-based. Now, do you know why, Joy, we refer to it as an archived video? Because there we qualify for an asset, just like real estate, and the tax benefits are tremendous. So Guest to Guest. Carol, would you either maybe give a little introduction or say, Teresa, I don't get it. And let's start that dialogue of how do we start to explain what Guest to Guest is, or what kind of questions, with you knowing my program and my organization and as my right-hand support, what would questions be, or how would you explain it to somebody else of how we're using Guest to Guest?
Well, my first question is, if I join Guest to Guest to your program, and I have a little tiny apartment and I don't want anybody in there. Why would I sign up? I mean, if I don't want to make my home available. Can you help me understand that?
That's a very, very complicated question, and I'm going to take and try and explain it just because of the personal relationship and business commitment that the two of us have. Now, those of you who are watching, Carol, not only does she have, well, Carol, if you would, either I will explain your background, or can you just quickly tell us what's your education?
I have an MBA and almost a doctorate, PhD in corporate finance.
Corporate finance. And then what did you spend the last 27 years doing?
26 years I've been in the film industry, in the art department for feature films.
And what specifically do you do? I've asked her this question so many times and it's top secret, but no.
Well, a lot of it depends on the project. More recently I've been in the Marvel world and worked on these giant superhero movies. So my job as an art department coordinator is more administrative. I help create a budget for my department. I track it. I hire my staff. I do clearances. I make sure that everything runs like a well-oiled machine. Without anything that's on camera, that's when you go to the movies, it has come through our department. We create the palette, we design the sets, we build them, we dress them.
And the last thing is, where do you live, Carol?
Next door to you.
Can I see your little balcony from my dining room table?
You can. Aren't you lucky?
So, actually, Carol and I have been neighbors for, how long?
Almost 20 years.
20 years. And so when Carol asked me, I don't see how I can put my home in guest to guest because it's just a little room and I live in it and make income or even participate. And so Carol and I have made an arrangement where Carol can host or post or join guest to guest, and I will honor those points in my home right next door, because my home right next door is the webcast center that she manages, and we have a contractual arrangement. So if she has somebody that wants to come and experience our hemp for healing benefits, she can actually provide accommodations with my home that I give her guest points that I've earned from my home. So she literally can create an income source from the classes we build, the classes we host, and the accommodations we provide, whether they're in my home or in many of the homes that I jointly own, to include 2 Waikiki apartments that Joey and I collaborate on. So we're going to start to teach you some creative ways in guest to guest. And for those of you that have no clue, the best way to explain it is like Airbnb, where Airbnb people rent their homes, but instead of taking cash, they exchange back and forth with points. Well, that's what guest to guest is. And so I've chosen guest to guest for many reasons. One of them is, if someone stays in your home or is in your home under a guest to guest exchange, there is insurance for any theft, damage, liabilities. You're covered. And so it creates a very safe way for us to have an event in a home connected with cameras and interactivity, but not take on any liability for some stranger being in your home because you exchanged it through a guest to guest system that is part of our bigger broadcast program. So that, if that helps explain, Carol, did that explain why you can do it?
If when you're talking about a financial benefit, I'm not going to have a financial income per se from guest to guest. It's the vehicle by which we can participate in the greater network of classes and programs in the network.
Well, our goal is to have people, if they come into the More Wealth Network, it's a private broadcast service that is hosted through your home. If you join and you join guest to guest, then we'll take your guest-to-guest points in exchange for our classes, for our services, and our programs. So that means if you have a small group of people that you want to have come and spend 10 days of health, wealth, and spirituality, you don't have to have them in your home. You could broadcast out of your home, and then you can use guest points to provide accommodations in the local area so that they can come from China, from Paris, from all over the world, but just stay in a guest-to-guest home that we paid for with our points. So what I've done is I've made the commitment to have people that want to host or teach in our webcast series, live interactive, that will do it through the vehicle of guest-to-guest, meaning that if you want to go to Tahiti or if you want to go to Depot Bay to participate in one of our 10-day series, 10 days of health, wealth, and spirituality, because we use our homes to exchange. If you don't have a home, but you're part of the network, I'll exchange from my home. The question that should be coming out of both of your mouths right now is, what do you think it is, Carol?
How do I sign up?
Yes! How do I sign up? So what we're going to do is we're going to send you an invitation as a guest-to-guest invite, and we're going to send you a link. Thanks so much, ladies. I thoroughly needed your help at explaining, because you know me, and my mind goes off and nobody can keep up with all these crazy thoughts, but you've helped me explain a little better on why I chose Guest-to-Guest as being the premier exchange program that we use to expand and grow the More Wealth Network. Have a great day. Enjoy!
Bye, Tracy.